When it comes to discussing digital marketing or performance marketing, there are two famous tools that you absolutely hear about: Google Analytics and Google Tag Manager. A lot of marketers confuse these tools and don't know the differences between them or which one is best suited for their business needs. In this episode, we want to compare these two tools from different perspectives, which help you understand each tool's capabilities. Google Analytics is a powerful web analytics service offered by Google, which tracks and reports website traffics. It's a crucial tool for digital marketers, website owners, and businesses looking to understand how users interact with their websites. There are different data which you can find in Google Analytics for user behavior trackings, audience insight, traffic sources, or conversion trackings, in which you can set up goals and track how well your website is performing in terms of conversions, which are the actions valuable for your business. An important point about Google Analytics is about GA4 and Universal, which you hear when it comes to talk about Google Analytics. Just keep in mind, Google Analytics has evolved over the years, with Universal Analytics being the older version, and the GA4, Google Analytics 4, is the latest version that we are going to look in this tutorial. So let's take a brief look at the interface of Google Analytics, and then we will talk about Google Tag Manager. This is the general overview of Google Analytics GA4, the latest version of Google Analytics, where you can access different reports about your website, from acquisition, engagements, monetization, retention, and other reports that you can make by yourself. As you can see, there are numerous charts for your websites which give you insights about users' behavior, sources, and mediums which your users are coming from. You can also customize the reports which you see here and make your own reports. Google Tag Manager is the tag management system that allows you to easily and quickly update measurement codes and related code fragments, collectively known as tags, on your website or mobile app from a web-based user interface. So the important point about Google Tag Manager is this part: tag management systems, which try to simplify the process of adding and managing tags without having to modify the code on your website directly. Another important point about the Google Tag Manager is event tracking. It helps you to define different events on your website. We will take a look on event tracking a minute later. In event trackings, there are three important components: tags, triggers, variables. By using these three components, you can define different events on your website. Because the Google Analytics does not collect all the events which you need for analysis. Therefore, when you want to have some custom events, you can use the tag management system such as Google Tag Manager. Another important point is about the version control, which we have in Google Tag Manager. It keeps a version history of our tags, triggers, and variables, therefore allows us to roll back to a previous version if needed. In order to understand these concepts in the clear way, let's take a look at the interface of Google Tag Manager. Here you can see the Google Tag Manager, in which we have overview, tags, triggers, variables, folders, and templates. As I told you before, tags, triggers, and variables are three components of Google Tag Manager, which help you to design different tags for your websites by using triggers and variables. For each event, you need a tags, and in addition to events, you can put the estimate code of different tools on your websites by using the Google Tag Manager, And by using triggers, you can set different conditions on which your tags can be fired. And the variables are those parameters which help you to enrich your data which you are sending to GA4. Since we get familiar with these tools, Google Tag Managers and Google Analytics, let's go through the main differences of these tools. The first things which you should keep in your mind is about the functionality of these tools. Google Analytics primarily focused on tracking and reporting website traffics and user behaviors. However, the Google Tag Manager focus is on data collection for the Google Analytics. In other words, the Google Tag Manager focus on managing and deploying tags on your website without requiring code changes. Since the Google Analytics does not collect all the data you need by default, therefore, we need to define different events to be tracked on our websites. Here, the Google Tag Manager can help us. We define the events in Tag Manager and send all data we need to Google Analytics. Let's see a short example of the events that we cannot automatically track by GA4 and we need to implement that by Google Tag Manager. As an example, you may want to track different events on your website that are not automatically collected by Google Analytics. And here you need to define your events by using Google Tag Manager. For example, imagine that we want to track how many users are clicking on tutorials or on services. Here we need to define different events by using Google Tag Manager and send those parameters and data which we want to analyze to Google Analytics. And this is the integration between Google Analytics and Google Tag Manager. The next important point about Google Tag Manager and Google Analytics that you should know, it's about the role of Google Tag Manager. The purpose of Google Tag Manager is not to analyze the data. Google Tag Manager acts as the middleman between our website and third-party tools such as Google Analytics, Mozflow, Facebook, and any other tools that you need to be embedded in your website. Instead of placing the snippet code for each of these tools in the header of your website, we put the snippet code of these tools in the Google Tag Manager by defining the new tags and using the snippet code of these tools. In this approach, we can manage all our tags in one integrated places. So let's answer two questions about Google Tag Managers and Google Analytics in order to understand the whole differences between these two tools. The first question is that, are Google Tag Manager and Google Analytics replacement for each other? Now you can answer this question. Absolutely no. Google Tag Manager and Google Analytics are not replacement for each other. They serve different and complementary purposes in the realm of digital analytics and marketing. GTM, the Google Tag Managers are often and the Google Analytics are often used together. GTM tries to manage the deployment of Google Analytics tracking codes and any custom event you want to track. And as last question, for the differences between Google Tag Manager and Google Analytics, that you may concern about the roadmap for learning these two tools. Which one should I learn first? Google Tag Manager or Google Analytics? It is generally recommended to learn Google Analytics first before diving into the Google Tag Manager. This is because Google Analytics teaches you what kind of data you need to collect and why. It helps you understand metrics and dimensions, which is essential before you start setting up tags and events. When you are familiar with goals, events, and custom dimensions in Google Analytics, it will help you better utilize Google Tag Manager for tracking these elements on your websites.